Hi friends, in this video I'm going to be talking about the clan animals of the Haudenosaunee and the Onondagan Native American tribe of upstate New York. I'm also going to show you how to make your very own hawk sculpture inspired by one of those clan animals. There are 9 clans at Onondaga, and they are deer, wolf, and bear, which are all land creatures, turtle, beaver, and eel, which are water creatures, and the snipe, heron, and hawk, which are creatures of the air. Clans are very important to the Haudenosaunee. Clans are passed down to children by their mothers, and all people belonging to that clan are considered to be family. Right here, I have a few different examples of how I worked on my pictures of clan animals. So, a simple drawing with some colored pencil. This one I used just plain pencil, and I pushed really hard so you could see my lines. This one I did with chalk, and this one's just paper cut out. Now my eel is actually a sculpture because it's not completely flat, and I made my eel by cutting apart a paper plate and just putting some paint on it, but you could use markers or crayons or whatever you'd like. Now I'm going to show you how to make a hawk sculpture inspired by the Hawk Clan. And I think this is a really cool project because all of the animals that I've told you about and all of these clans are animals that live in upstate New York. For this project, you're just going to need some recycled materials. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to need a paper plate, a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll, a paper bag or a lunch bag, some scissors, a glue stick or any glue that you do have, and then something to color with. I also suggest having a pencil. So first, let's work on the body and the wings of our hawk. To make the wings, you're going to take your paper plate and you're going to cut it in half. Now, you only do need half the plate for this project, so you could save the other piece for something different. Then you're going to cut out that semicircle that's in the middle of the plate because you only want that nice bumpy part around the edge that's left. Now, if this is not the type of paper plate you have, that's totally fine because we're going to be gluing some feathers and decorating the wing. Then you're going to cut this in half. So you have 2 pieces, and those are going to be our wings. With our body, you're going to kind of eyeball it, but you want to draw a line about halfway on your body of your bird. And you want to do the same on the other side. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you want 2 lines. And then you're going to use your scissors to cut that line out. Now, we don't want to come in from this side because we're actually going to use this line to help keep our wings in place. So what I like to do is I fold my tube just a little bit and kind of cut in just enough to make a hole that I can stick through and cut my line. Now, if you need an adult's help for that, that's okay too. But once again, I bend and I cut. Okay. Now, if you want to leave your wings the way they are, that's perfectly fine, or you can kind of taper them out. So your wings are going to go on your body like this, and they're going to stick inside those 2 holes that you made. If you'd like to cut your wings so they have a little bit of a point to them, you could do that right now. Once your wings are cut to your liking, we're going to put them into our bird's body. So simply just work that paper plate right into that hole that you made. And it should stay pretty well. If you do have some glue, this would be a good time to put that on there, but you can bend your wings any way you'd like. Hot glue would probably work the best, but you definitely have an adult help you if you're going to be using hot glue. Now we're going to work on the wings and the tail of our hawk. So for that, you're going to need a piece of a paper bag. Brown paper would work fine, or even a lunch bag. I like to cut this paper a little bit smaller, just so I can hold on to it. And with one of the pieces of paper, I'm going to make the tail of my bird, which is actually going to be kind of a triangular shape. And then it's going to have all these ruffles on the end. And I'm going to cut that out. Now, if you do have something to color with, this would be a great time to finish up that tail by adding some red or some orange, because after all, this is a red-tailed hawk. And I know it's a little bit hard to see in my video. I'm even going to add some black to kind of represent those feathers. And I just use colored pencil for that. Then using a little bit of glue, glue stick, glue bottle, hot glue, all will work. I'm going to stick that to the inside of the bottom of my tube. Now let's work on these wings. You can color them if you'd like, or I can show you how to make feathers. So with the rest of whatever you have left of your paper bag, you're going to draw a leaf shape or kind of teardrop-like shape, and you're going to start cutting them out. Once you have a bunch of leaves cut, shapes cut for your feathers, we're going to start gluing them on. Now you're going to need a lot of these. Start by gluing the bottom first, then work your way up. Now once again, if you want to color, that's fine. These paper plates have some really awesome texture to them, which would look great for your hawk's feathers. So I'm just going to press down with my feathers all the way down the wing of my bird. And like I said, you're going to need a bunch of these shapes. That's why it's a good idea not to throw any of your pieces out until you're done with the project. So after I finish gluing all my feathers onto both sides of my wings, I'm going to make the eyes and the beak. So I just cut a triangle out of some leftover paper I had, and I'm going to glue it to the opposite side, much like I did with the tail. And you can glue it to the top too if you'd like, wherever you want to put it. And then I'm going to draw the eyes of my bird right on the side. And there I have a hawk sculpture inspired by the clan animals of the Haudenosaunee of upstate New York. Once again, here are some of the other examples I have, but I encourage you to try your own ideas with whatever materials you have. Whether it's drawing or sculpture, I know whatever you create is going to be amazing. Have fun, guys.